Welcome to Jeff Lobb Unleashed, a podcast talking all things sales, marketing, and social for the real estate, mortgage, and title industries. An international speaker and sales coach straight out of New Jersey and the home of Spark Tank Media. Here's your host and coach, Jeff Lobb.
Hey, what's going on? Jeff Lobb. Morning. Well, it's morning here. I'm not sure when you're watching this video. Anyway, I sent out a little bit of a post of a survey asking some of our, let's just call it newer clients, what some of their biggest challenges are. I always want to know, what's your biggest challenge? So I want to share one with you. There's a lot of them. You had to see some of the answers, actually. It was interesting. So the one challenge, which is very common, it was from a young lady, girl, getting fairly new in the biz. Hey, Jeff, I'm having a hard time staying motivated. What do you recommend? It's a big problem. And let's face it, I am no motivational expert. As a matter of fact, I'm not even a believer in motivation. I'll be honest. I'll tell you why. I want to share my thoughts. I'll share my response, verbally versus in writing. My response is simple. I don't believe motivation. Motivation's short term. Like, we use that word too often. Like, oh, I need to be motivated. Look, I could drink this bad boy, right? My Dunkin'. Lobb Life runs on Dunkin', right? I could drink this whole thing, be fired up, man, bouncing off the walls. I'm gonna go out there and kill it. I get to the office and see this, email that comes through, and a deal just fell apart, and I just lost $8,000, $10,000, and then I want to curl up in a ball and go back home. So motivation lasted about as long as that. So to me, it's not about being motivated. It's beyond that. It's actually the feeling. How do I want to feel? And that's where it gets a little deeper. By all means, I am no psychotherapist, but I think this is important to understand. Like, when you close a deal or when you do something really great in your life, and think about that time, whatever it is. Maybe it's personal, maybe it's something with a child, or maybe it's something your kid won or you won. Something that was just elated. Like, I loved it. I felt like I was ready to take on the world. That feeling. It's emotion. That's an emotion. That's a feeling. So it's not being motivated. That's how I want to feel. I want to get back to that feeling. Because when you have that feeling, you could crush anything. Because we all I'm going to go crush it today. And then, like I said, something negative happens in your world. And the emotion slides and you stay down. Which means you're not going to, sure as anything, do anything positive or productive or generate anything. You'll sit behind your computer, get into zombie world, and just zone out and stare at things for hours. Or just do something non-productive and disappear. So here's what I want you to think about. It's always about the feeling. So people say, oh, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. True, but I want to take it one step further. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it, but even more importantly, it's about how do you make them feel, or how do you feel? What's the end result? How do you want to feel? That's what gets people driven, instead of the word motivated. Driven is based on feelings. Now, the other aspect of things is think about the other aspect. How do you not want to feel? Think about the worst, crappiest thing that's happened to you in your life or business. You decide. That's what drives me. I never want to feel that again. We don't like pain. Pain or pleasure, right? We prefer pleasure. I don't ever want to feel like that again. So I am going to do these things now, right? Like, oh, it's spring market. I'm going to go crush it. We keep saying all that nonsense. How many more spring markets you got left? How many spring markets you got left in your career or your life? Because it sure as hell goes quick. So let's stop talking about all this nonsense and actually go do the work, because it's based on the end game of how you want to feel. Do you want to feel relief of financial pressure? Do you want to feel like, hey, I don't have to get up and grind every day because I've set my business up for success? Or do you want to wake up stressed, not knowing how the hell you're going to pay your bills? Or I can't do this for my kids, or I can't provide that for my family. Your choice. How do you want to feel? So sometimes that negative feeling to some people will drive you. That's what drives me. So I leverage fear and I spin it because I don't ever want to feel that pain again. I don't like pain. I don't think anybody does, but maybe a few of you do. But on the other side is, what's the end result? Not only how do you want to feel, but I even take this to the sales stuff that we teach, is at the end of the day when you leave that appointment or when you leave that phone call and you hang up, how did you want them feeling when you're done? So to me, motivation is short term. It's, it's fired up real quick, down and out. To me, it's about the feelings, about the emotional state, and how do you stay there? And when you're not there, how do you get back? Right? That's what you got to figure out. You need to constantly work on it. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not something you quick fix. It's over time how you train yourself. So let's start doing the work. Let's start thinking that way. Feel great, guys. Have a good day.